What is up, budget billers? My name is Trail, and today marks the anniversary for the attack on Capitol Hill. Now, I don't have too much to say about this other than it was a terrible time in our country, as well as we want to pray for those who lost their lives during this particular event. Now, I'm sure their families are still struggling with the loss of their loved ones, so we do want to keep them in prayer. Now, in other news, guys, we have more virus cases being reported. One day ago, we had about 850,000 cases being reported, and then the next day we had 1 million cases being reported. This has caused some schools to delay their return back from the holidays. Now, it's also caused a continuation of commercial flights to be canceled, but we do have some breaking news that I do want to share with you in regards to a new virus variant that was just detected. Now, this could make our entire situation even worse if this one starts to spread. And lastly, guys, hey, lawmakers had an emergency meeting yesterday to discuss the possible new stimulus package that may be needed as more individuals are unable to go to work, as well as businesses still struggling with staffing issues all around. Now, with that being said, guys, hey, if you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and hit the subscribe button for us. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now, let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Okay, guys, real quick, I wanted to ask you for a favor and your support on my new YouTube channel that will be launching sometime this month, and it's called Budget Bill Finance. I'm going to be talking about how to grow your wealth, how to make money, how to invest in stocks, how to invest in real estate, as well as showing you guys what I am doing outside of YouTube. So if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and subscribe to it. I hope to see you guys there. Now, that link will be down below in the description. Okay, guys, today is the anniversary for the attack on Capitol Hill. Now, I know this thing is pretty political, so I don't want to get into that portion of it, but let's just face it, guys. It was a terrible time for America. Now, Trump, the former President Donald Trump, was scheduled to actually have a press conference on today, but he did cancel that conference for some other types of reasons, so he's not going to have it. I think he has actually pushed that press conference to actually happen in Arizona on January the 15th. But also today, they do have some anniversary events that are planning on happening. But the police chief in Washington, D.C. stated that there is really not much for concern. They don't have any intelligence threats in regards to these particular events that are going to happen. So they don't have to worry about anything on this anniversary date. More than 1,700 flights have been canceled in the U.S. on Wednesday, and almost 20,000 flights have been canceled since Christmas Eve. Now, all of this is in regards to the Omicron variant being a super spreader to everyone in America. So this is affecting actually pilots, it's affecting stewardess for the planes, as well as individuals that work at these commercial airlines. So they are having to cancel many flights, and individuals are having to suffer from this. There was a lot of people that were unable to get back home from the holidays or able to get to their families for the holidays because of these canceled flights, which caused the other flights that they had to book on other airlines to actually increase. So they had to actually pay more money to actually book another flight on these other airlines. But if these virus cases continues to increase and surge in America, there's going to be more and more flights being canceled, which means the airlines are going to take a huge hit in regards to this, which they've already taken a hit last year in 2020 because of the virus cases in America. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that, guys. Now, we know previously where China, one of the big cities in China, had to shut down because of COVID, and now they are having their second city being forced to shut down as well. Now the question is, will the U.S. have to shut down? Well, so far, President Biden has really been standing by that we will not shut down in America. The lockdown over the Omicron variant is very unlikely at this time. Dr. Fauci stated on the ABC's network that the Omicron variant continues to rage around the world, but he doesn't foresee a potential lockdown in the United States. So that is some good news, guys. But one lockdown that we are seeing here in the United States is public schools. Yes, the Chicago public school system has been shut down for the past 2 days, and that is mainly because there is not enough teachers teachers, and that's because the teachers are infected with the COVID variant. Yes, teachers remain at odds as classes continue to be canceled on Thursday. The debate between Chicago Public Schools and the teachers union took a significant step forward on Tuesday as educators voted to switch to remote learning, and classes will be canceled for a second consecutive day on Thursday as the negotiations continue. Now, after the CTU vote on Tuesday, CPS announced that classes would be canceled on Wednesday and they will remain out for Thursday after the consultation with principals in the district. Now, they stated that we have no choice but to cancel classes. According to the CEO of CPS, she said that we've already sent another notice to families as I had conversations with our principals and said, what is the best path forward? They came back to me and said, we got to continue to be the champions and to be advocate for in-person instructions. Now, this particular decision comes as school officials and teachers continue to spar over COVID safety issues that have been the center of a heated debate for months now. And because this is the time when students are returning back from the holidays, which we had Christmas, which we had New Year's Eve, they are now postponing the return date in the Chicago public school system. And hopefully they will be able to return on Friday, but I do doubt that that will actually happen. I believe that the Chicago public school system will actually vote to actually start school on this coming Monday, but we'll just have to see what turns out from that. But also, guys, America doesn't have enough teachers to keep schools open. And this is not just for the schools in Chicago. But Chicago is not the only schools that are shutting down this week. We also have schools in Cleveland, Ohio. They will remain remote for the first week of January. And then we also have schools in Charles County, Maryland, as well as Pennsylvania and New Jersey, all shutting down this week, returning back from the holidays. Now, all told, at least 4,500 schools across the country will close their physical buildings for one day or more in the first week of 2022, according to the data service Burbio, which has been tracking school calendars since 2020. Now, some level of school disruptions was inevitable with the Omicron variant, which is driving record case counts and swamping hospitals as well as transit lines and emergency services around the country. So guys, we are seeing this effect from the Omicron variant surging all over. It is affecting everything out there, from companies, from small businesses, from restaurants, from other businesses, from schools to flights. It's affecting everything, guys, out there, as well as it's affecting people, because more individuals, especially our children, are being hospitalized right now because they are the main ones that are unable to be vaccinated. And studies are showing that most of the people that are hospitalized right now are not vaccinated. So I just want to put that reminder out there, guys. If you do believe in the vaccine, this is definitely a great time to be vaccinated. Me, myself, I just had my booster shot 2 weeks ago and I am doing just fine. I'm still living, guys. I'm still here to report this news to you guys every single day. But in other news, guys, in regards to the French people, yes, the French president Emmanuel Macron says someone who refuses COVID vaccine is not a citizen. I mean, come on, guys. What do you think about this? He is calling out those individuals that refuse to be vaccinated in France. If you haven't had your COVID vaccine in France, he is stating that you are not a citizen. Let me know what you think about this, guys, in the comment section. All right, guys, on to some stimulus update news. Hey, we do have breaking news in regards to a new COVID variant that has just been reported in Los Angeles, California. One of the testing sites in LA says that a child has tested positive for Florona COVID infection.
Israel has confirmed its first so-called case of Florona.
I think a lot of people got confused and thought that was yet another variant of the coronavirus of COVID, but that's really not the case. It's just refers to flu and corona, so Florona.
Israeli officials say an unvaccinated pregnant woman came down with a dual infection and is now said to be in good condition.
It is possible to get flu and COVID at the same time. It's pretty rare right now. We don't see a ton of those cases, so a lot of flu that's starting to go around. It's very reasonable to think that we're going to start seeing lots of these co-infections.
He says it's unclear how sick people will get from Florona.
In fact, we're very worried that having both of these viruses at the same time may overwhelm the immune system. You can actually get your COVID vaccine and your flu vaccine at the same time.
But hey guys, that's not the only variant that we are seeing right now. We do have another variant that has just been detected in France. Now, France has detected a new COVID-19 variant called IHU, which more infections than Omicron. Now, what they know so far is that the new variant is called B16402, which has been detected in 12 patients near Mazarel, which contains 46 mutations, making it more resistant to vaccines and infections. Oh no, guys, we do not want to see another variant. We have just had enough, guys. But even as the world battles the uptick of the COVID-19 cases to the Omicron variant, scientists in France have found another variant. Now, the discovery of the variant was announced in a paper posted on MedRxiv. Now, it is called IHU, and as of now, the strain was discovered by academics based at the IHU Mediterranean infection on December the 10th. Now, here's what we know so far about this new COVID-19 variant. Researchers say that it contains 46 mutations, even more than the Omicron variant, which makes it more resistant to vaccines as well as infections. Also, some 12 cases have been spotted so far, with the first linked to travel to the African country of Cameroon. Now, also, tests show that the strain carries the N501Y mutation, which has first been seen on the Alpha variant, that experts believe that can make it more transmissible. According to the scientists, it also carries the E484K mutation, which could mean that the IHU variant will be more resistant to vaccines, and it is yet to be spotted in other countries or labeled a variant under investigation by the World Health Organization. So yeah, guys, this is some crazy news, guys. We were not expecting this, especially so soon to the Omicron variant, as we are still all being affected by the Omicron variant as well as the surge all over America. And like I stated, that we just had one single day of being reported of 1 million cases. So having this new IHU variant being detected in France and the possibility that it could be coming to the United States is definitely scary right now. We do not and we cannot take another variant in this country. But anyways, guys, hey, let me know what you think about this new variant, because this could be headed our way. And as we've seen, whenever a variant is detected in other countries, it is shortly arrives in the United States. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed that that thing continues to be prolonged and doesn't come to the U.S. until like 2025. But anyways, guys, hey, we do have some more stimulus update news, because the United States lawmakers have been weighing in on the new COVID-19 stimulus funding. Yes, the lawmakers in Congress had an emergency meeting on yesterday in regards to some new stimulus funding aid. Now, U.S. lawmakers are discussing another possible round of COVID-19 stimulus spending for businesses, seeking to blunt the impact of the fast-spreading Omicron variant. Now, early efforts by the Democratic and Republican lawmakers have focused primarily on authorizing billions of dollars to help businesses, including restaurants, performance venues, gyms, and minor league sport teams, the report said, citing 4 people familiar with this particular matter. Now, the White House has declined to comment on this particular situation, but such a measure, if passed by Congress and signed into law by the U.S. President Joe Biden, would be the latest federal relief package as the ongoing novel coronavirus pandemic enters its 3rd year. Now, this time as the Omicron variant sweeps around the country. Now, President Biden, which is a Democrat, has already approved of $1.9 trillion in the American Rescue Plan back in March of 2021, which that did include the stimulus paycheck number 3. Now, the former Republican U.S. President Donald Trump also approved around $900 billion of the coronavirus funding back in December of 2020, which included the second stimulus check. And then also President Trump also signed another bill that was signed back in March of 2020, which included the first stimulus check. Now, in 2022, will we have a 4th stimulus check being offered to residents around the world? As we already know, everyone is struggling right now, and we can see that most people are afraid to go back to work. So we do need another stimulus check or some type of stimulus funding. And at the worst case scenario, we at least need some type of stimulus funding to be offered to small businesses. They are the ones that are really struggling right now as far as being able to employ enough people in order to run their businesses, as well as getting enough business to pay the bills. So yes, guys, a lot of good information in this video today. We have information in regards to the new variant called IHU, as well as Florona. And we also have information in regards to these lawmakers working and trying to figure out if they are going to be offering another stimulus check in 2022. And then don't forget about those families that lost their lives during the attack on Capitol Hill on January the 6th. And today being that anniversary, hey, we do want to keep those families in our prayer. Now, I hope all of this information is helpful to you guys out there. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.